Hey, are we live? Are we live? I need to know if the sound's coming through. I need to know if we doing the sound.
Mm.
You got to tell me whether the sound's coming through. That doesn't tell me anything. Okay. I'll restart the stream then. Stop stream. Well, you gotta use your words. Yeah, so the sound is coming through.
Yes.
All right. Well, then
It takes so long.
I should do something along the lines of saying something like, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the weekly WAYPN. I'm Sick,
And I'm Sunny.
aka
Sick and Sunny.
yes,
Ryan.
he's a person.
I added some more rust on the ironwork. Henry, totally agree with you on what you said on the stream. The lack of grim on the right hand. I think he meant to say grime. Right hand side metal work. So I've gone back and added some rust streaks using a rust recipe from Tabletop Minions YouTube. Recipe is fresh rust effect. Army painter.
How dare he use a tabletop minions recipe when there's WAYPN recipes, which is the dirty down rust, and we show how to use it properly.
I think it looks good.
No, it looks great.
But also, yeah.
No, I think it looks really good. I think like that has added a bit. I do think, just add a bit of slime here. And like this doesn't look the same as that, so I'd probably just like make that black or something. I'm not talking about like redoing everything or anything like that, just little touch here and there. Because like I said, I just think it helps frame things, because he's already used it for a few pictures. I think this is perfectly fine as it is right now. My only thing was that before, it was just a bit too clean for his style, and it felt so sterile, and like I think that was my main thing. Alright, then next up we've got the Design versus Lost Skaven Tide. It's doing the thing. Why you like this? Why you like this thing? But yeah, basically, the algorithm is not treating us kindly, guys. If you can give us a bit of your time, and like watch our videos, that'd be more than helpful. And of course, sharing them to the people you think would watch them. Next up, we have more Ryan,
inspired by recent chipping work, and Boschka250 on Instagram did a Cockherodon glow up after having a lot of success with sponge chippings and seeing the incredible work by @Boschka250 on Instagram. I was inspired to take an old boring paint job I had done a while back and give it a bit of a glow up. I used Yeti White War Paints Air to add initial sponge chipping, then followed up with some thinned down matte black and a very fine brush to fill in the chips. Then followed this with some more brush work with gunmetal metallic paint, Army Painter. The final touch was added using an excellent rust recipe from Tabletop Minions. Yeah.
Well, there's quite a few pictures on this one, so I'm going to try and get back to the start. So this is how it used to look.
Yep.
This is how it looks now.
Yeah, I think it definitely has a bit more contrast.
This
is the example.
Yeah, this is what inspired it. So I'd really like if you just commented on these ones. So let me get to the... here's
that comparison's really good. Like, I think that really just adds so much more to the piece. I think the first one looks good, but the second one just really solidifies the realism, I think. And it just adds another layer of texture. I think texture is always good, especially with the grimdark style.
Yeah, well, that's what the grimdark style is all based around.
Yeah, not textures and realistic look at things.
Well, like
I think this turned out really well.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think he might belong on a bigger base.
Yeah.
Because I feel like on his current base, it feels a bit claustrophobic. Because I'm looking at this, and when I look at everything, there's nothing here where I take a look and I'm like, oh, well, this really needs X or Y, right? I just look at it, and I'm just like, yeah, no, that's good. Like, I'm not quite sure how to say it, but when I look at everything, I just think this works.
I wonder, is this mini from Horus Heresy line?
I think this may be 3D printed.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I just taken a look at all the details and it's just too characteristic for GW, and I was like, where did you get this? It looks really good. I really love I love the shield. The shield is something else.
Yeah, I think the shield is good. Because like this isn't a pat, like, because that's the thing that really decides whether it's a Games Workshop one or not. Because see, they have managed to pretty much like copyright their backpacks and such.
Yeah.
Like all of that sort of front sort of thing, they don't have as much ownership over. But yeah, right. So like I think it
looks great.
Yeah, like the only comment I have is just about the base, because on that current base, he feels like an old 3rd edition mini. You know, back when like the Space Marines were barely on the bases. Alright.
Next we have Indy. So for Christmas, I was gifted a painting workshop, which was this weekend, and this is the end result. Tried my best to push myself on details of the different items on the backpack, etc., and on brush control. She was holding the spear as a banner, but I managed to break it, and when I tried to drill the hand to pin it, the resin shattered. So, turned it into a fantasy prosthetic, and I'm pleased with how it looks overall.
Alright, well, I might get Sunny to comment on this one.
I think you did really well here, Andy. Like, take a look at that cloth. I think this is the best cloth that you've done so far. Like, the red tones, perfect. Beautiful transitions, great control of the showing where to put the light, and the blending is really good. And I think you might have even done a little bit of stippling here and there to create some texture.
I think it's just striking sort of thing, more like feathering.
Yeah, okay, that's good as well. I think this is very clean. I think this is probably some of your best work I've seen so far. I do think the face feels a little flat. It could use a little bit more definition, I think.
I'd agree with that.
But you know, it's feasible. It looks great. It's a very small mini. Okay.
So one of the things that he tried to spend time on was the back of it.
Yeah, look at all those beautiful details. I think you did so well. I mean, I can see the leather work on the boots. I can pick out every single thing has its own identity. And I think I haven't seen that from you in a while, because we're very used to seeing you do much bigger models recently. But this, I think, really showcases your talent and how much you actually know. And I would love to see you apply these very same skills to your bigger busts that you've been working on, because this is really well done. I would even go as far as to say that it's very close to brush strokes level paint job, my guy. Aside from, of course, face needing a bit more definition, but that's
very clean.
Very clean and very characterful. Good job. I think well done.
And
love the base as well.
And sorry for my lack of commentary, Andy. I'm just really not
doing well. I'm excited to see more of this sort of stuff from you, Andy.
We've got Thomas.
Thomas. Some final touches left on Servitor itself, and most of work on the base. And the weathering, of course. Yeah, I really love the bruise marks that he's got all over wherever he's got his prosthetics and whatnot. Really, really nice. I love the sort of more burnished look on the metals. I think the melter gun could go even further into like the yellow at the tip. I feel like it. I don't know. It doesn't quite 100% look right.
I can see what you're saying. I think either brighter towards the end or darker towards this side.
Ah, yes. So like a more desaturated reds even.
Yeah.
Like really push that contrast.
Yeah, I think either way is fine.
Other than that, everything else is pristine. Looks really good.
Yeah, no. It's so...
I really love the base. I think it's not complete yet either.
No, he's just done some sculpting and stuff. And I think, it's very nice because... I'm sorry, I'm gonna...
Yeah, so I have no idea what you're going for. I think it's like some stalagmites or something.
Probably.
But yeah, so like everything looks really good as per the usual Thomas quality. So should we move along? Okay. Next we have Larry.
Oh, we've got my one.
I think we should skip this time.
I'll just be quick. I'll just say basically, when it comes to community, there's a group of active people that really make sure that a community survives. And I just want to say thank you to those active people because you guys help keep the place alive, and I'm just trying to vary up these things. And on Monday I was feeling a lot better, so I wrote a lot more.
Okay.
Next up we got Larry.
Cactus, delicious prickly pear, and dirt. Clay rich, drying out in the summer sun. Dirt. Still need to paint it, just posting where I'm at with it. This is such a cute little cactus. And why? Why do we have a cactus? What's it for?
It's for the base.
Oh, is it for the base? Oh, yeah, I see that lovely little
I think he's going to have to, he wants to sort of make it...
Larry, I love the cactus, but I have to say it's a little too vibrant for your theme.
I don't know. Let's see where it goes. But I do think it is quite characterful.
Such a cute cactus.
I also
love it.
I also like how he's done analogous shading. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, really good stuff. Oh, speaking of Larry, I stole your little black shading technique that you've done with the turquoise highlighting for my big bird. I tried to replicate it as best I could anyway. So we've got more Tomas. Ooh. Okay, there he is. Not much to say, as I wanted to paint battle-clad kill team in Forgewell Lucius colors. I decided to make cave-like base. So what are your thoughts on this base?
Very good. The only comment that I have on the base is the coloration is a bit too close
to the suit.
Yeah,
I would agree.
And see when it's here on this angle, right? You can see it's almost the same coloration exactly. And here it's not so bad, but especially where was it? There was an angle. There was one angle I saw where I was like, oh no.
No, yeah, I totally noticed that the first.
So I think it's not game ending or anything, right? But I feel like it doesn't help the case.
Maybe you might want to just brighten it up a bit more.
No, I think it's done. The only thing that I would do, if anything, is like we said, with the melter. I think everything's great. It's just here is where your focus should be, right? But we sort of have an inverted triangle when it comes to levels of brightness. So we sort of start here, like considering this as the golden angle sort of thing. And so we should be focusing up here because that's really good work with the eye. But I bet, just like with when we showed off how contrast works with our Skaven Tide ones.
You want me to turn it into black and white?
Yeah, sure. I bet that what we'll find is that that's not nearly as bright when we turn it into black and white. But yeah, like
Okay.
you just want to send that over and I'll open it up. Okay. Be here any second. Sorry guys. Usually I'd just vamp fill the dead air, but see, like, take a look at this. So next time don't zoom in so much because
okay,
makes it harder to get to. But like, see how here, right? It's pretty much the same level of brightness, all except the actual thing there. And then when we take a look at that, so when we take a look at this, like we're sort of looking at this as our triangle, right? Our triangle of attention. Like we first go to here, and like that's sort of the thing. I think the melter gun could replace that, and like you look at the mechanical side and then go there. But I think like it's a really good paint job. I guess like I'm very used to Tomas like thinking in depth about such things. So like it's not as if it's the end of the world or anything, because like there is no way to describe this paint job other than expert, right? It is very high level. Like I think Games Workshop would be happy to show this on their community page, but it's just those little sort of things where you can push to the next level, and that's what I think Tomas is often trying to do.
Yep.
Alright, so who do we have up next? Oh, he's been working on this forever.
The Mangler Squig is officially finished. Just enough chaos to look like it's mid-bound straight toward your battle line. This model is pure madness, and I love every second of painting it. Squigs don't need rules, just teeth. Okay, so it looks like you've actually tried to do purple underbelly patterning going into vibrant red top patterning. So, or like just a solid purple, and then you've got red sort of streaky like patterns coming down. And because it's very similar in terms of the vibrancy, it does seem to clash a little bit. Like I think if you had a much darker purple, it would really contrast a lot better. You would see that patterning a lot better. Like even from the side, you can see it sort of blends in.
So I'm going to slightly disagree with that. I think if the red was brought into an orange red,
fair enough. That could work too.
You know, like, so similar idea, but different sort of direction.
Because like that little one down there looks like he goes into the oranges.
A little bit, yeah. But yeah, I think like this one looks better than this one because there's more breaking up of everything, whereas he just feels like a solid block of red, if you follow what I'm saying.
Yeah. So it's like he's got more bone and metals and
Yeah, but not just that, but also like his little patternings here and such.
Yes.
So I think like that looks good. But the other thing is that I think like these guys could um sorry.
Do you think they should be a bit brighter in the
Yeah,
greens? Yeah.
just along the fingers area to sort of help separate things because
Yeah.
when they're tumbling over one another.
It sort of clashes and
Yeah.
overlaps and all that. So.
Yeah, yeah.
And the shade of green in particular also quite similar in terms of value to the red. So a little bit more contrast will help.
Mm.
But other than that, I think it's a really nice squig.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we have Larry, yay. I brushed the lamps and added a little light to the iron brackets. Not trying for a real hard OSL effect. Just a mild suggestion, basically. A little miffed because there is a third one, but the lamp broke off a couple days ago. Can't find it. Now I can't find the bracket either.
That is upsetting.
Alright, Larry. At time, I'm pretty sure you'll find it soon.
I know that feeling. You know, it's
Or get a woman to look it up for you. I'm sure the lady can look for things. That's
hey,
what Cal does.
Hey Rumble. Hey Batch Painter. Hey Jack. But yeah, sorry, I'm just a bit.
Right, so let's just move on.
Yeah.
So we got more from Larry. I hate desert. I don't mind the sand or stone so much as the unpredictability. Last night there was a flash flood out of nowhere and I got washed away from my squad. So now here I am, trudging through the remaining muck as the drying clay bakes in the blazing sun and peels away from the earth, trying to locate my brothers. He's done! Finished! I loved the little prickly pear. Thought about adding a little pigment or mud, but haven't made up my mind. So he's done until I do. I do think you should add some pigment powders to his feet at the very least.
Well, if you want to go with the story, I think you could go mud, but I think most people wouldn't like they more expect dust than that sort of thing. Yeah. I think dust could work really well for him. But yeah. I did like the little story that you made. I thought that was
nice. I actually thought he was talking about himself.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh no, wait, it's actually about the Marine.
Alright, well, do you want to give your feedback on it?
Yeah, I mean, he looks very fun. not like serious, you know, like he's Death Watch. You want him to have serious tones, but you have so much color and vibrancy and also just so much character that he just looks like a cute little guy.
Well, I think like it's really good. Like if you take this as sort of the golden angle, right? Like the prickly pear doesn't break the silhouette of the model.
Yeah.
Not only that, like the base very much complements the model itself because the model is all very dark
and
this is all bright. Yeah.
Yeah, that's excellent use of color theory.
Yeah. It's just it's very basic, but it works.
Yeah, it's very clean as well.
Yeah.
Clean model. Yeah, so I do think a little dust, or if, like Karl said, you want it to match the story, like a bit of mud, I think it'll work out much nicer. Yeah,
I think pigment over mud, though. Yeah, like that's what I'd do.
Alright, next is you, but I will read for you. It's Whip Wetness Day. Hashtag Whip Wetness Day. Sorry, everyone, I've been sick again. Monday blew chunks, literally. And Tuesday was in the sink at 2 a.m. and 3:30 a.m. So I didn't do a talk Tuesday, and we haven't gotten as much as I would like. We want to finish Big Bird this week, but if I keep getting sick, it's not going to help us. So here's what we've done. I went ahead and did the oil wash again to reestablish the glow, because the first time we did it, it was not very intense.
Yeah, no. And it's significantly better now, but we'll show that off later.
And then we have, so some of you may be aware of our little 3D print glowing bits shorts that we have made. And so this is one of them, the little electric nodes that we printed out, following the same concept of the glowing ghost heads that we did for the Skaven Tide box. You know, white underneath, automatic blue over top to create this sort of energy spell power thing coming from the hand of the Lord of Change. And Cal did that. He did the front of the hand there.
But we can move on from that.
Yeah. Ah ha ha ha. We have more for Larry. Sprayed a green filter over the darker base, then did the spines in white before using fluorescent blue. There's a little overspray, but that's planned for. Lots of adjustments and details to do.
The green filter helps a lot.
Oh yeah. Like, of course, I got white on my hand and I didn't notice, so the tail needs fixing. But skin touch-ups will be my last step before basing. But I think this turned out absolutely wonderful. Like, it really, it looks like ice. You know, like some icy power. But I know that the Godzilla does have like this like bang energy thing going on.
Yeah, it's very, very particularly impressive in something called
Pacific Rim.
No,
it's not Pacific Rim.
Wait. Are you deliberately taunting people?
Sorry.
Alright, we'll just move on then, shall we?
I think it looks accurate.
Okay.
Alright, next we have Cal Vanoni, former Otherworld Ogre, now at Crooked Dice Games.
I think that's who originally manufactured it.
You know, he has a very Neanderthal feel.
Yeah, he does.
It really looks like something that came out of the museum. But you know, I feel like that's kind of Cal's style. Is like going for those like sort of muted colors. Very dusty look. And that's okay, you know? I like it. I do like that very nice pop of color for whatever it is that's on the floor by his foot.
I think it's like a little vase.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
so odd.
Yeah, it does feel very out of place.
But yeah, I think he did a great job here, Cal, because like he really has a sense of realism to him. I really like it. I do think the base could do a little something more with it.
Honestly, I think it might be better off minus that face, because like it feels so out of place.
Yeah.
Alright, so next up we have John Gatz.
Yes. Lord of Pox's update. It's getting real close to done, I think. I really did not like the leather looking cloak. So, hello, an attempt at a worn canvas cloak. Also, I'm having trouble deciding on the plasma coil color. Orange would be a good contrast to the green, but so would purple or magenta. What do y'all think? Yeah, I'd go with like purple or magenta, just because you've got so much orange going on already with all the rust.
I think honestly blue could work very well for you because it would contrast well with lots of the colors you've got
but
here.
color psychology wise it wouldn't fit. No?
I think like you just want like a nice blue here, and it would really help complement everything, because like we talk about like sometimes you have to choose what it is that you want out of something. Do you want the best color theory fit, or do you want the best color psychology choice? I think that the canvas
is absolutely stunning.
I think that it's worked out very well.
I think a lot of grand amounts of effort has gone into this mini, and I will say that it's paid off.
I think it's been a rather intense experiment for you, but the real question is, what lessons have you learnt out of it, And what are you going to do in the future because of it? Because you've done a lot of manual painting with this one, right? And I do think in some cases, it's been very interesting, but has it served you? That's the real question. Um, so what I'd take a look at is go, have a good proper sit and think about it once it's fully finished, and just do a full on post. Say, here's my thoughts, here's what I've learned from this, and so on.
So next we have Mikhail Mags priming.
It's doing its thing again, but it's alright. I'll just
priming the Conflict 47 Vogelspeen. Happy Wednesday. Yeah.
Well done, man. Like, getting paint on is part of the process. So let's just move on, and I'll just say.
Next we got Joseph. I've avoided doing the flesh on these ladies as long as I think I can get away with. Why is that? Is it because you're not
Because he's had problems getting the skin the way he's.
Well, I will say.
Oh my god. Sorry. Just gonna step away from that for a second.
I think it photographed much better this time. It looks very smooth.
But see, this is just him with the airbrushing, as far as I understand.
Oh, okay.
And then he's painted up from there, so I think that's why he worries, because he's like, put all this work in.
And then it doesn't show up nice. Well, I will say that you're going in the right direction, Joseph. Like, it looks good. Looks smooth. Looks like your usual standard.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, is there any other pictures?
No, just these ones.
Okay.
Alright, we'll move on. We'll see who we have next. Next we have Ryan.
Whip Wednesday on my World Eater Terminator Lord. All the base colors done now. Now onto some pigment powders to help tie the model into the base more and to add some grit. Then onto some gore for the blood and guts.
Yeah, no, it's all looking good.
Sorry, I'll just quickly read out some of the comments. So Jack said, the clear 3D bits have made me really want to get a 3D printer and see if a fan is enough to make it safe to use.
You're gonna need some. Yeah.
You're better off just honestly getting.
If you can.
It's a huge hassle. Yeah. So yes, and of course it's the usual grimdark Ryan style, like lots of beautiful desaturated tones. And then you have those little sparks of brightness. Oh, look at that guy. He really looks dead. Oh, he looks done. Feel bad for him. Oh man, look at the bones on that base. Really looks quite realistic. I really love the chipping effect. It has such a depth and heaviness to it. You can really hear the noise of the marine. And I love the beautiful grime on the skulls, especially. It really looks like he's been through every sort of terrain, and he's just come up looking all banged up and disgusting. And yeah, I think well done. Shall we move along to Corbin? Happy Whip Wednesday, jumping between big and little projects a bit. This is a very cool looking head. I mean, I really love that sort of lightning effect that you're trying to do. Is that on the tongue? Something?
I think it's meant to be more like a snow, like sort of a zombified snow dragon, I think. I'm not quite sure, because like you see bits of it here, so like maybe like the power of undeath is frosty sort of thing.
Maybe. I don't know. This reads more like an electrical charge to me. But I think that, it's got that very lovely glow effect that you've achieved very, very well.
Maybe you're right, and like it was once a blue dragon, and like its colors fading here.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
sure.
think it looks cool. Like, I mean, I'm excited to see where it goes from here. Very interesting.
It's got some great texture to it.
For sure. All right. What
But
else we got?
This is like
Some Necron.
yeah, and he's just sort of putting the basing and all that together so that it's all sort of uniform. You're gonna need to clean this up a little bit here. It's too clean a separation.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Like some
Put a
of
bit of
these.
magic mud.
Yeah, a bit of magic mud, something like that, just to sort of incorporate the two so that they're not so
Look like
separate.
it's just sitting on top of the thing.
All right, let's
We've
let's
got more
move
from
on.
Karl. Another former Otherworld ogre from Crooked Dice. I would say there's a great amount of consistency. It looks very much like the previous guy.
I would say very much so. Like, yeah, very consistent.
And there's a good amount of definition.
But once again, we sort of got this odd bit on the base right here.
So it's a skull, and I think
Is it a skull?
Yeah, it's some sort of bone something. It's a skull for sure.
I don't know, because like we see some other angles of it, and it doesn't quite look like a skull.
I thought it was like an animal skull.
No, just take a look at it. It's quite odd.
I don't know. Yeah, I think that's the next thing for you, Karl, like working on basing. All right, let's move on to Liam. Let me just see more. 2 short sessions this week. Thanks, lower back. The orc adjacent something or other, I believe, is done. Besides maybe a bit of touch up. Not pictured is that it is now on a base. Purple worm is getting there. Needs some edge highlighting on the teeth, plus some on the legs, or a second round of dry brushing, plus on the sides, below the armor plates, and the belly. Within the next week, I should hopefully also find time to make that picture box. Got the box. Everything else should be easy to get. Fantastic. I am very happy that you're investing in, a better setup. Now, based on the picture that you have here, it does seem that you've got quite a fair bit of pooling.
Yeah.
From the wash that you've used. So, it's okay to say something's finished. But I think for future models, that's something we want to be aware of. So before the wash sets, it's just important to wick away the excess paint. Yeah, like that's really bad there on the foot there. Yeah.
Like I think that the worm's looking fine. It's looking good, but yeah, just some of that pooling with this guy is like it needs.
I would say it actually kind of ruined the whole look of him because of how much the pooling is. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to our next piece.
Oh, but the special dinosaur.
Oh yeah, I really like the way that he's done the sort of base for it. The only comment.
Oh, looking at egg. Oh.
The only comment I have at all for any of this is just I think it would be better if you had like
something to camouflage those.
Yeah. Like maybe just paint it black.
Yeah.
Like I think that's the only feedback I have for any of this.
Because it does detract and
it does just sort of draw the
your
eye.
attention there. But like we understand that it's this very particularly interesting bust positioning. Like you kind of have to do that, but yeah. Okay, let's see what he said. Finished my piece, Forlorn Sarah. Has been an interesting journey and have learned a lot along the way. Think I'll take a little break after this and just paint random things before moving on to something big again. Happy to take PNC and thoughts. Yeah, that's our only.
Yeah,
Because like, what a beautiful piece this is.
like
Look at all that beautiful skin work.
well, like I think, like this right here just has a wonderful sense of emotion. Like I think if you could get, I wish I could sort of like, I want to tilt up a bit, right? And like I think that would be really good, but I love his use of materials here. So like here in the background where we see the eggs and stuff, like it's a beautiful paint job. Don't get me wrong on that. Right?
But it's the story.
Yeah, it is the story. Like here, this is like this is pretty much like the shot, except I want it a bit higher and a bit more on an angle, because like
yeah, like that's a pretty good angle.
Yeah, like the directionality of the eyes is just perfect, right? And like here, I think this is sort of a termite bored out piece of wood that he's got.
Which really does look like some sort of ancient ground or something.
But the long and the short of it is, right, it just feels so beautiful, and like it's got a certain sense of naturalism to it, right? And that's why the brass rods here.
Yeah, apparently he's received a similar feedback on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that what he
yeah,
says?
like other people had said the same thing.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, because like I look at it, and like that's the only thing, because like,
but like it's such a, it really draws you in.
Yeah.
You know, and then you got those two dang sticks sticking out, and then it breaks everything, and it's just like, why?
Yeah, well, like,
I went to see the beautiful moment of parenthood.
Yeah, we'll see. I think that's the thing. It's not a beautiful moment of parenthood. I think like their eggs have been eaten or something.
What?
Yeah, because it's forlorn Sierra, and the eggs are broken open. Look.
But they don't look sad.
Yeah, they do.
Thought they were looking at the eggs.
No, because like
waiting for it to hatch.
No, see, look, there's the yolk and everything.
You ruined everything, man. Why'd you have to make it sad one?
Because that's what the name of the piece is. Yeah, it's an old wharf timber. Okay.
Barnacles! Right. Oh, wow, that must have been difficult pulling it out. Like, they're very tight.
But yeah, it's just, it feels like,
I don't want to see this anymore.
Shh. I've got to give my feedback before we move on. It feels like something that you'd see at a gift shop for a place which hasn't quite been entirely consumed by corporatism.
Oh, fair enough.
You know, like it's like people are visiting there, right? Like I'm thinking like Tangalooma before it got completely taken over, because like there's this little place called Tangalooma, and it's on one of the sand islands in Australia, right? And yeah, it's a piece about loss. Sorry for the ruining film. Yeah, but there was, so we went there, and it was so strange because I remember in great detail that place, because when I was a kid, one of the things, like becoming a teenager, when I went there again, you'd have to go on your side to be able to walk down the aisles. Like they were just so chock-a-block.
Yeah.
And like that's the sort of thing that I'd figure would be here. Not in like a really bright, well lit sort of corporate place,
Yeah,
right?
just like in a nook somewhere.
Yeah, and like it's something that, you know, means a lot to the owner, and it's just there in the corner, and you know, the milk's off to the side, but you'd always see some, you know, old man or old woman looking at it and like,
Get depressed.
why are you like this? All right, we'll move on because you're so angry.
All right.
All right.
Next from Ryan. Arnath, the Skull Breaker nearly done. Just a rim to paint, I think now. Used Vallejo pigment powders, desert dust, then followed up with the dry blood and true blood. Good mix of matte and gloss to help with the surface finish. No. Surface finish variation.
No, micro surface variation.
Oh, but he said surface finish variation.
Yeah, that's
Say
the
it
one
out
you.
loud.
That's the
Look
one
at
you
that.
get to say.
Yeah. No, I see
You're
what
not
you mean.
afraid about this loss, are
Well,
you?
that's not a real loss. That's just people dying.
So, would you like to read out?
Okay. Lovely feedback. Thank you. Honestly, that reaction was exactly what I was aiming for. From the front, the nest is hidden. Following her eyes reveals the nature of it. Well, I hope you're happy. Okay, so there you go. You're right, Ryan. It's got the great contrast between the matte and the gloss. It makes you sort of even be able to smell the blood that much more. I feel like. There's a video. Nice. You know what this reminds me of, honey? You know the original Astartes film.
Mm-hmm.
At the very end, he gets transported to this sort of weird desert place with all these massive statues.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of feels like that's where he might. How does that feel about it?
Fair enough. Yeah.
Like that sort of ancient. I don't know how to express it because like he feels very ancient, and he's going through the desert or whatever, or wherever he is in some cavern or something. He's defeated this marine.
I think it's good. Like the only feedback I have at this point in time is just black that rim and good to go.
Yeah, righto.
All right. So what do we have next?
We've got more from
Andy.
Andy. More work this evening. This is one of the queens of the Adriatic set from Carnival, and I believe she is Strigoi, so a vampire. Trying to apply what I was learning at the workshop about color and intention, etc. Aiming to do this to character level, which is probably my default for most things. We'll try and find some projects to push myself at some point, but right now, just enjoying painting as it helps me relax. At the moment, I feel like her jacket needs more work, but I'm not sure what exactly. One to muse over. Okay, yes, I can see such a big improvement to your usual quality, Andy. This is really a step up, and I think that dress is wonderful. Very, very nice. I'm just thinking. So you said the jacket needs more.
It needs a greater level of variation between its light values. So you've got this here, right, where you've got like some nice depth with that, but what you don't have is the brightness. Also with the face, it all seems to be sort of one particular color. So like you could go up to a brighter red, right? That's one way of going. Or you could like manually paint shadows. I think just brightening a highlight would be easier. So like just going up to a brighter red, just doing that and some edge highlights on this would really help.
And if you could, some like sort of blood dribbling down, that would add that.
Yeah,
effect.
like that's. I don't think that that's necessary myself, but one of the things that I think that we should focus on for you is if you're trying to improve what you're doing, is you need a better photograph area. Because like you see the levels of
Yeah, the exposure
yeah
is quite high.
yeah
Yeah, I think it looks like the light's coming from the top. You want it to come from the front. But yeah, other than that, well done, Andy. Well done.
this thing is still stuffing up so well.
So we got Mikhail working on some scatter terrain, made this fence from coffee stirrers and BBQ skewers. Cheers. Yep, classic.
So the only feedback I've got on this is right. So he seems to have used the coffee stirrers for this. So what I would suggest is, I think like this looks very nice, right? But what I would do is very like it's not a major difference, right? What I would do is I would build this on a bit of baking tray paper. Get some of what we make the magic mud, where it's just basically
sand, grated sand,
and it's
like different grades of sand, like
no, okay. Too complicated, Sonny. So you just get sand, you get some PVA glue, and you get some craft paint and mix it together. Put that on the bottom, right? Just and then you let that dry, and since it'll dry flat on the baking tray paper, that's your base. Whereas like you can see that sort of wood here. So like that's the only thing I would change. You still put your plants on, you still put your flock on. All of that I think looks great, because basically at the moment it's sort of like that's the only thing that breaks your illusion essentially. But yeah. Alright, let's move on. But it is really nice and lovely. Just like a really nice, genuine small piece. I like it.
Yeah. I love the detailing of the scratches.
Hey, we've got a sneaky penguin.
We got penguin. I'm still working on the Stargrave zombies, and I hope to have them done by the end of January. I love the blue.
Well, I like the way that he's done the skins. I think that like that they do look zombified, but there's a bit of color variation between them.
For the one on the blondie, I think that's too vibrant.
Yeah, I'd agree.
For a dead person look, so I think desaturating that will help out a lot more. But yeah, like they really do look like zombies. Very well done on that.
So I think like this guy also, he looks too much just like Frankie Commander.
Okay.
Who's like, I can't take it no more. I'm gonna slap this guy. Right, like that's what he's sort of positioning looks like a bit more to me than that sort of thing. But adding some like drilling some holes into them and adding some like blood dripping out, I think that would really help with the whole idea that these guys are guys are
that one's great because like take a look at that arm. It looks like it's sort of hanging.
Yeah. Also, I think like this guy with like the very vibrant jacket and helmet and all of that sort of thing, and then the very sort of dead looking skin. I think like that's
like kind of scary when you think about it, because like you think it's a regular person.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, I need help, and then you turn around and no, it's the zombie. You know.
Yeah, but I think these ones are definitely better than the next lot. Alright, I'm gonna ask if we can move on.
Yeah, let's go to
RJ.
Oh,
wow.
Check that out. Still going through my midlife crisis, apparently, or an long overstayed pity party. I don't know, but I'm not painting still. So here's a Throwback Thursday / glow up post. 8 years ago, painted my first bust and my most recently finished bust. Yeah, like what a difference.
It is what a difference, but I have to say, I really like the character of this. Like, I don't know if he painted the covers
You might
or
have
if they're
just
just
printed it out.
transfers.
Yeah.
But like, cause that's the Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
So it's just it's really nice. But yeah, no, I think this is this is what Throwback Thursday is about. Take a
look at where you were and where
you are now. Because like, I'm sure like there's people who look at RJ and they're just like, I could never RJ.
Yeah.
But you know, RJ could not RJ at one point.
Yeah.
You know, so just keep that in mind. It's just time and effort,
Everyone's got to start somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh.
Oh, look at this, look at this.
It's a Tau skull.
Making a base for the Orc Medic, glued a piece of plastic to the base, then a bit of brass mesh, and clipped both to the shape of the base. Primed it, added astrogranite, airbrush gray, dry brushed the mesh brass, painted up the strip steel, glued on a Tau skull. I think that's Tau. Yeah, it's Tau. They have the big vertical nostrils, right? Yep. Anyway, got some details to add this weekend. Then I did steel and bone on the Marines, and the Orc seems to be posing like Dracula, apparently. Well, it works thematically.
Orcula
is actually Frankenstein. The guy who made him. Right. Penguin say the zombie parts come with the Scavenger Stargrave kit, but it's only 2 sets of arms and 2 zombie heads.
Yeah, so I think in that case you're gonna have to push with some of those models. But let's move on from Larry's piece to the next one.
Righto. God, John. Little compare and contrast of what a month of work can look like. Keep working, you'll push through the ugly phase. Yeah. We always talk about how it's like the 90% rule. It's gonna look really bad for up to 90%. Once you reach 90%, then you're like, it all comes together and you're like, right.
Yeah, exactly.
So you gotta really trust the process. And see, he's gone for a magenta.
Like, I thought you'd bring that up.
Nice.
I think that this is really good, but I think, like, John, I'd love for you to do a self-examination of this one, because like we've seen you really push with this, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I sound like not the greatest, because I am not at the moment. I'm freaking terrible. But when we take a look at this, right, like, we can see how much work you put in, but I've seen, in my opinion, I think that you've done better pieces using like more standard methods.
Yeah.
I know that you've really pushed yourself with like the true metallic metal and all of this sort of thing, right? And I'm not saying that this is a bad piece, but I think like what
was your aim with it?
Yeah.
Like, was it just for the sake of trying to push yourself, try something different, or like were you looking to get something out of this sort of
Well, I think
direction?
Sort of like talk about what you've learnt and such, because I think that this is a really nice piece, right? It's just like, I think that you've got such talent, and like I want to know why you abused yourself for a month to like make this one model in this one particular style.
Yeah.
Alright, well, anyway.
Finally, we have us.
Yep, I just want to say congratulations on finishing it, and we shall move on. Alright, do you want to read out your post?
Sure. Last minute post. Here's the big lot of progress I did on the big bird. I mostly added the feather and skin detailing on the body and head using hatching and stippling techniques. Highlighted the one hand, did the gem work and clean up on the tabard, and painted up the wing tips. Henry has done the overspray for me over the white oil wash I did, so I can move on to refining those gradients. There you go, peoples.
I think that you've done a fantastic job, and like I think that you've been an absolute trooper because like I've been freaking useless.
I think it's nice.
I think it's really good. Like I really, really like the work that you've done in here. It's very, very high quality.
I think so.
Like you know me. I don't praise without effort being put in. I think like this stuff here, I don't think is as impressive as your shading along here.
Yeah.
But also like it doesn't seem that great unless you saw it before. The transition lines I think are really quite nice. And
I'm pretty happy with the white.
yeah, the white's good, but I think it's just all of this much more sort of basic stuff that's come up just so nice. And like
look at the tongue.
Yeah, I think the real problem with this guy is that, like you said, he's like, why are you blue?
Yeah, it's just blue galore.
Yeah, and like that's what's on the box.
I'm pretty happy with the head.
Yeah, I think
I did a bit more work on trying to get those sort of feather on the neck. And then try to make the back of the neck look really leathery with the stippling. And then of course try to give some feather detailing on the actual feathers.
Yeah, well, I think like the only thing that needs to be done. I really like this. It's very Chinese.
It does look very Chinese.
This right here needs a little bit of fixing up. But see, like, I think once that's sort of put on the belt, it will really fix things up quite a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, what a difference, and just like
that's with the overspray. Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's not an overspray. It's just a
filter.
But yeah. So let's see. Are you working, Mr. Machine?
I'm a little nervous to work on the wings because we've never done it this way before.
Oh, you'll be fine. Like, basically all that has to be done now is just like we could deepen the aqua.
We just need to actually get the individual gradients. So the next step, according to El Miniaturista's tutorial, is to dry brush on top of the wings to pick out all the feathers and give it that natural transition. But I'm afraid that it's gonna hit the glow.
I think just a natural highlight, just a normal.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it normally, like
because that's how I stuffed it before. I tried to.
It doesn't. Yeah, I didn't know how he managed to get it, but yeah. Anyway.
Well, like, look, some of the times, you know, there's secrets. There's secrets
withheld. From the eyes of the normies.
Or like they just didn't think it was relevant at the time. They're just like, oh yeah, no, I used like a super dry brush or something, or like just something really simple, or like, oh, you gotta be careful.
Dry brushing can really turn on you, even when you use like soft makeup brushes. Like you can still get that sort of grainy look. So,
well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. I'm sorry I haven't been my usual effervescent self.
He's not doing well, guys.
I've been throwing up a lot, and
also a gentle reminder for any members on here who usually turn up for the Saturday review. Tomorrow onwards, we're doing it 8 a.m. So it's 4 hours earlier than our usual timing. You can go over to the stream and check the countdown to know exactly how far away you guys will be live. Right. Your turn, honey.
Sorry.
I think maybe we shall say good night.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you for joining us. And always,
keep
those brushes wet.
Bye-bye.